So Chennedy Carter is a player for nobody right now. Absolutely nobody. She is not playing basketball, and like we've now got a situation where we've got one of the 15 best players in the world just not in the league. Just not in the league. So I know a lot of people are probably surprised by this, and a lot of people are shocked that Chicago Sky decided not to keep her, but obviously this is why the Chicago Sky did not extend the qualifying offer to her. The reason why Chicago Sky didn't extend the qualifying offer purely is because they were scared of this happening. They were scared, that nobody would want her and they would be forced to keep her. They would rather let her go for nothing than potentially be able to trade her because they realized no one wanted her. Which is a crazy thing, because have we ever seen a player this talented? A player this talented be out of a league? Genuinely, I don't think we have. Off the top of my head, I can't remember a player who was top 10 be out of the league without doing something crazy. Like, for example, like Michael Ray Richardson, who broke the 3-strike rule for doing drugs back in the day. But for Chennedy Carter, I don't even know what she did wrong last year. I actually do not know what Chennedy Carter did wrong last year. Like, other than be a little bit of a pain. She cheap shot at Caitlin Clark, cool. Like, plenty of people cheap shot at players over the years. Like, we've seen Draymond Green just consistently assault people and on the court and it be fine. But, like, we're now at the stage where it's like, obviously Stewie hasn't signed, she'll sign, but like Chennedy Carter is by far the best player not signed. Like, looking at the reserve players are reserve players, but let's just look at the unrestricted free agents. So obviously Chennedy Carter, Crystal Dangerfield, Elena Deladon might be better. Like, none of these players. I'm sorry, Aerial Powers, Charisma Osborne. Like, Aerial Powers, I don't know what people were so hyped for Aerial Powers, because she got in vlogs with Caitlin Clark. Like, man, Aerial Powers is just, people are like, oh, is she the piece? And I'm like, what are people talking about? Like, what are people actually talking about, saying Aerial Powers was the freaking missing piece that team needed? But like, again, for Chennedy, I don't even know what team she go to, because supposedly she doesn't want to. She's not coming off the bench, and like, according to her, like, she's not coming off. She's not coming off the bench. She's not like or obviously they don't know if she can play with certain teammates. It's now a thing where teams are legitimately not going to sign, or players are not going to sign with teams if Chennedy Carter's there. So it genuinely seems like it's a awful situation for her, and it's like, as much as like Chennedy Carter, yeah, she fought a teammate. Plenty of WNBA players have fought teammates. I mean this, plenty of them. Courtney Williams fought a teammate. And like, people love Courtney Williams. And plenty of people, like, Alyssa Thomas got a max contract. Alyssa Thomas chokeslammed Angel Reese. She's all W first team. She chokeslammed Angel Reese. So it's like, if you're saying, oh, she like cheap shot at Caitlin Clark. So did plenty of people. So did Alyssa Thomas. Let's not forget what Alyssa Thomas did was infinitely more dangerous than what Chennedy Carter did. Like, as the screen was coming, she shoulder barged her in the face. Like, what she did was infinitely more dangerous. And people don't seem to care. People just don't seem to care whatsoever about those situations. So it's a really weird one what's happening with Chennedy Carter. But I think the reality is that the other players don't want to play with her. That seems to be the overarching theme. As good as Chennedy Carter is, other players don't want to play with her, and teams do not believe that she's worth the headache. And I genuinely think she might be worth the headache. Like, if you are a team that is not going to contend, but you're not that far off contending, I would take her. Like, I personally believe, like, obviously, what Jewel Lloyd is better, or say not better. Jewel Lloyd is going to be better in the locker room. If I was the Aces, I would have traded number 2 pick for Kelsey Mitchell, screw Jewel Lloyd, and just taken Chennedy Carter. Carter's better than Jewel Lloyd. She is. And you might be saying, oh, it's not a championship locker room, man. You're not going to win a you're not winning a championship this year anyway. So why not? Why not? Like, the Valkyries, I don't think she really suits Golden State. She's not going to go back to Atlanta. Like, do the Mercury take her? Do the Mercury take Chennedy Carter because they are, like, just stuck. They're stuck. They need that point guard. They don't have much money to do it, and I don't think Chennedy Carter is going to command a crazy amount of money. So, like, do they end up making that type of a deal? I don't know. I really don't know. But, like, if you're Carter, you have to at least consider it. Like, it has to be at least something that you might have to take a minimum deal to play in the W. The Atlanta Dream, she's not going back there. She's not going to go to the Mystics. The Sky obviously don't want her back. The Wings, at this stage, look, the Wings can't get more dysfunctional. After seeing, like, the Dejanay and Alyssa Smith drama happening before the season starting. Like, at this stage, why not? Like, what? Genuinely, why not? Like, why not just have it go complete? Why not take away from the Smith and Dejanay drama, and let's just go and bring Chennedy Carter in for the Wings. Like, just have it all, like, make it the most dysfunctional team in the history of the sport. But yeah, it's a tough one. It is a tough one because obviously what the individual actions of Chennedy Carter are not that much, don't seem to be that much worse than stuff that a lot of WNBA players have done. Players still in the WNBA. But I do think I do think in general you've got teams that maybe don't think Chennedy Carter's worth the headache. And you've got a super talented player that might never play in the WNBA again, which is crazy. Which is absolutely crazy if she was to be done after the best season of her career. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys agree that that Chennedy Carter should be in the league? I think she should. Like, genuinely, I think I wouldn't have hated until the Fever made crazy moves. Like, I would rather, like, let's just say the Fever were going to run it back, or the Fever lost Kelsey Mitchell, and let's just say what the haters wanted happened. That Kelsey Mitchell left the Fever. She left the Fever, no free agents came, and they had a whole bunch of cap space and no chance of winning. I would have made that Chennedy signing. Right now, no point. There's just no point at all making that. It would be a disaster. But anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. I'll see you guys.